Hey YouTube! How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Alright, so guess what? I finally have a name. I have named myself Naturally Chic. I love it. I think it's perfect for me. That was really hard. So I don't even know how I would begin to name a child because that was so hard. But anyway, here I am. Alright, today's topic is boyfriends, spouses, significant others, and natural hair. Yes. So I'm going to talk about how my experience has been with having natural hair versus having processed hair and the response I get from men. So we'll just start with my transitional period. Back in 2008, I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and a lot of women had natural hair, and I always wanted it, so I figured it would be the perfect time for me to transition into having natural hair. Well, at the time, I was seeing this gentleman, and he straight up told me to my face that he liked me better with straight hair. Well, he didn't last too long. He gone. He gone. He didn't last very long at all. It's like, okay, that's not cool because this is what I'm going through. Oh, let's stop. This is my thick lock. This is my favorite lock. It likes to do what it wants to do. And for that, I love it. See, it wants to be over there. I want it to be over here. And it's not going to do it. So I have to put it back or put it up in something. But there it is, y'all. That is my thick lock, and you might not really think it's thick, but it is, like, compared to this one. See that one right there? Not that one, this one. See, that's my thick lock. Okay. All right. So back in. Anyway, so yeah, he didn't like my natural hair, but I did find that it took a toll on my self-esteem for a while, but I persevered because I was dedicated to it, and I knew there would be a quote unquote ugly phase, as there was an ugly phase when I had my locks as well. But I felt good enough about myself to whereas I knew that it would be worth it in the long run. So I'm happy I stuck with my natural hair journey and also with my locks journey because it is I love the texture. It just really excites me to see that my hair can do this. But anyway, so fast forward a year, I guess about a year later, I met my husband, and Boo loves my hair. He's always loved the texture of it and touching it and smelling it and just everything about having natural hair. Like when I met him, I still had some wigs for fun, but I knew when I met him that I really couldn't even wear them for fun unless it was like Halloween or something because he wasn't having any of that. He just wanted me as I am, as I wake up in the morning. I mean, I didn't have to look completely kept together to be with him, and he still made me feel beautiful. And for that, I'm thankful. He stuck with me through a lot of different experiences with my hair because I actually straightened it a couple of times before I went to Locs just to see where it was at and see if I wanted to be straightened. And by straightened, I mean flat ironed, not like a relaxer or anything. But it didn't work out. Each time it basically ruined the curl pattern of my hair. It wouldn't revert. I ended up having to cut it off, and I actually ended up doing my big chop again right before he PCS'd. So I had like this much hair when I met his parents. Wasn't too happy about that, but after talking to my mama about how I am who I am and I'm gonna do what I do, and it's just kind of who I am when it comes to my hair and just going through all these changes and whatnot. he just kind of learned to accept who I was. And when I started my lock transition, I didn't even tell him. He knew I wanted locks for the longest time, and he actually wanted me to get sister locks. But I don't know. I didn't want sister locks. I wanted this texture, this thickness, and just this. I love this. I didn't want sister locks. I wanted this look particularly. And he one day, about a month later, he was like, "Are you transitioning to get locks?" And I was like, yeah. And he was so sweet. He went to work, and there was this lady there who had sister locks, and he introduced himself, and later on introduced me to her, and just to get some advice and find somebody here in the Augusta, Georgia area who would be able to do my hair. Um, but I just, stubborn me, I just did my own hair. But I'm so thankful that he loves me with an afro, with this much hair, and with this. I'm thankful that he loves me, not for just what I look like, but for who I am. The other jerk thought, um, excuse my French, forget him. um, and then just lastly, he always tells me when my hair stinks, and he keeps it real. If my hair is not in place, he tells me, "Hey, boo, you need to shape that up. You need to get this." And he used to shape my little puff and get it right. Look like a high top fade. He would square it out for me and round it out and puff it out and do whatever it needed to do to make it look good. So he always has my back. Always tells me, "Hey, you might want to wash that. It kind of stinks, and that's not sexy." So thank you, boo. I got a good husband. Peace.